Castleberry saw a hand feebly clawing out of the dirt of that grave. And that image apparently haunted him for the rest of his life. Corpses lined the
It's
ditches along the sides. Oh,
just
yeah.
funny that they try to take inspiration from like the Shogun era, Sengoku
Yeah, I
Jedi
know.
kind of. But a lot of those guys were willing to actually surrender for the safety of their men, as long as they just committed seppuku and such. So it was really like the top command that would get got it. Now it's just everyone gets got it.
So corpses lined the ditches along the sides of the roads, with crows tearing into them amidst clouds of flies. Lieutenant Colonel Alan Stowell began counting the corpses, reaching 27 before he chided to himself, "You've got to cut this out." And then he resumed marching with his gaze fixed straight ahead. A young Filipino, Lieutenant Tony Aquino, who had actually swum to Corregidor to see President Quezon, had been walking without rest or water, and he had lost about 50 pounds since arriving in Bataan. His legs were swollen, and when an American crumpled before him, a Japanese guard began to kick the man until he struggled painfully to rise, extending his hand in a plea for help. The Japanese officer stabbed him with his bayonet right through the man's neck, then pushed his body right into a ditch, as Aquino watched helplessly. At a rest stop a few miles north, Corporal Roy Castleberry witnessed two civilians digging a hole and placing a delirious American captain into it. When the captain realized what was happening, he desperately struggled to try and escape what was being his grave, prompting a guard to order the Filipinos to hit the man over the head with their shovels. They initially refused until the Japanese raised his rifles at them. With contorted faces in anguish, they struck the captain over the head with their shovels and they buried him alive.